we were prepared. The board, why am I drawing a blank on the board? But the justice of the peace and all those troops set up 3 check-in stands, and they checked them in, and as soon as they were checked in, they only had to mark yes or no. They grabbed the ballots and sorted them right here and counted them. They had about 10 counters. I don't think it's ever happened in the state before, or since. I mean, if you had a big crowd like that, yeah, they're going to do it. So the town goes, they have a town meeting, and then you have the town's budget meeting, and then you have the school budget. The budget meeting is just a presentation. They can't vote.
Stay up here for
Answer questions.
Okay, so the sweeps answer questions.
No. You leave when the school. That's a whole different thing. Once you get done with yours, you leave. They come up. Yeah, no, you don't have to be here for that. They're a totally. People often don't understand that they're a totally separate legal entity, even when it was the local school as opposed to the combined school. It's a separate. In fact, when we do both, when they had both meetings here, I'd be elected to town meeting. Well, I could be elected 3 times. I'd be elected at 5 o'clock at city meeting for their meeting. I'd be elected at 7 o'clock at the school. After that, I'd be elected to the town. Because they're each separate entities. Now I get elected.
You mean elected as
moderator.
This is not a position that...
Oh no, I'm elected. I mean, it's not much of a contest. We don't expect a contested moderator election.
I hope to not. No.
So, what's his name?
Jim McCullough
will nominate.
He's all primed to do that. So yeah.
He'll nominate. He's our legislator. He'll nominate me, and then we'll be off to the races.
Yep.
But at first, he's the chair of the board, whether it's the school or the town, opens the meeting and then elects the moderator. Or he's going to do some other stuff.
Yep. Thank you.
Well, thank you for doing this every year for 20-some years.
Oh, it's fun. Do I have fun?
They control the well. I was here last year, and I had been here for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And for the resident, you work a lot. And
Well, it's interesting. We had a. It's got to be 10, 15 years ago. The school had they arranged for outright Vermont to do Foley training here at the school. And 10, 15 years ago, that was a little more controversial. So the parents complained, and the principal put a hold on it, and a whole bunch of other people freaked. So we ended up with they had a special meeting.
Yep. And it's time people are just starting to. Good evening, folks. Please come in and take your seats. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the town meeting for 2018. My name is Terry McKegg. I'm chair of the select board. And tonight, we're privileged to have Williston Boy Scout Troop 692 to present the colors to us. So if you'd all please rise.
Color guard, post the colors. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, dismissed.
Hopefully you all have a copy of the town report. In the town report, there's the dedication to Bill White, and I invite Town Manager Rick McGuire to come up to make the presentation.
So on the inside cover of the annual report this year is a photograph and a little blurb about Bill White, and I'm happy to report that Bill is actually here. So if Bill, you would mind coming up, or I'll meet you out at the end of the... As Bill's coming out, Bill has provided over 47 years of service to town. One of the things he's done, of course, is Wind the Clock, which is on the Federated Church, but he's also served on the zoning board for many, many years. So it was an easy choice for the select board to dedicate the report to him this year, and I have a copy. I had told him that it was happening. I didn't have an official copy at the time, so here's an official copy signed by the select board.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
In case you haven't noticed, Williston's a great town.
So also in the town report, you'll find an in memoriam list of folks who have passed away during the course of the past year and their accomplishments that they did while they were in town. Kermit LeClaire, Abbott Brayton, Doug Lawson, James Mahan, Del Bora, Ellen Griffin, Linwood Osborne, and Ruth Stokes. Two that have passed away in the last month are not in this report, of course, because it went to publish before that time. Ralph Wiesenau, who was in the fire department for 26 years, and his family for 154 years. Herb Goodrich, who was in the fire department for 51 years, and his family for 91 years. And you might know that Herb always was at taking care of the ballots. He was monitoring folks as they came forward to put their ballots in the ballot box on town meeting and other elections. I'd like at this time to introduce the select board. The first person on at the table is Terry Zetrich. Next is Ted Kenny. Next is Joy Limoges. And next is Jeff Ayers, Vice Chair of the Select Board. As you came in, you might have noticed that on the table there are some things that are available to you tonight. The Doyle survey is there in case you wish to fill that out. It'll also be available for you tomorrow. There's a couple of petitions to sign if you wish to, and there's some information from the Williston Historical Society. And there's other things out there as well to take a look at. People who are actively pursuing Article 7 on the ballot for tomorrow. So as I was getting ready for the meeting today, and I was watching the Academy Awards last night, and it seemed to me that there's some similarities between the Academy Awards and the meeting here tonight. So it's really not an award show tonight, but we did have a dedication and a presentation of the town report. We did have the in memoriam. We recognized our past winners of elections, the select board. And the stars of the show are all you folks here that turned out tonight for this meeting, so thank you. So my duty at this point is to open the meeting, and on the agenda is Article 1, and that is to elect a moderator. And are there nominations for the office of moderator? Jim?
Mr. Chair, for perhaps the last 100 years, it's been my distinct honor to nominate the inimitable Tony Lamb to be our moderator.
Is there a second? A second by Bill White. Are there further nominations at this time? Seeing no further nominations, is there a motion to be in order to close nominations and elect Tony Lamb as moderator? Is there such a motion? Is there a second?
Second. Your name? Mary Teagle.
So we have a motion on the floor to close nominations and to elect Tony Lamb as moderator. Is all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. You have elected Tony Lamb as moderator, and hopefully he doesn't have much of an acceptance speech.
I'm going for the jet ski. Article 2, shall the voters authorize that current taxes be paid to the town treasurer in 3 equal installments with due dates of August 15th, November 15th, and February 15th as authorized by 32 VSA section 4871. Do I have a motion? We need a motion, put it on the table. Name? Second. Been moved and seconded. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Discussion. Seeing none, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of Article 2 signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it. Article 2 carries. Article 3, to hear and act upon the reports of the several town officers. Do I have a motion to put that on the table? Who was that? And a second? Been moved and seconded. Questions, comments, or concerns? Town manager.
Thank you. I wanted to provide a brief verbal report to you this evening on some of the activities over this past year. Before I get into my report, I wanted to comment on one graphic that I used last year. Now, you may recall last year at town meeting, it had been a light winter as far as snowfall goes. And so I showed this little graphic and commented that you never know when you're going to get 2 feet of snow. Well, March 14th and 15th, just less than 2 weeks after our meeting, guess what? Winter Storm Stella hit, and we had more than 2 feet of snow, 30 inches. Now, I'm not making any predictions for the rest of this winter, other than to say it's not over yet, and it's almost over. So one of the changes that's happened this past year is we have a new police chief. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to him. He's up here in the front. This is Chief Patrick Foley. And